Okay, so what we're going to be doing here, I'll just go ahead and show you. Boom! This is what we're going to be making. A little difficult, if I'm going to be honest. So let's just jump right into it. Void setup. Just like always, nothing too special there. We're going to say the canvas size is 640 and 360. Just like usual, everything is going according to plan, as it generally does. And then we're going to do void draw. Many of you should be familiar if you watched the previous videos. Yeah, you know. Okay, and then what we're going to need is we're going to need a background. And you know what? Hold on. We're just going to go ahead and actually put the background in. You can like sub something out if you want to just do that. It makes it to where it's more of like a note rather than an actual piece of code. And then we're going to go do our ellipse, which is the ball that you see bouncing around on the screen. And that's going to be a color. We want it to be a neutral color, so it's going to be random 255, right? Because if you put one number, it's just on the scale of blacks and whites. No segregation involved. And then the actual ellipse itself. So we're just going to go ahead and do an ellipse. We're going to say 50, 50, 25, 25. Our usual ellipse, right? And now, what the fuck? Undo that, bro. What? There we go. Bring my shit back. Okay. So now let's go ahead and see what this looks like. Oops. Missing a semicolon. And bam. There we have our strobing random color. Because it's just running this right here over and over and over again. It's just doing this right here. So all you're seeing is just circles being laid upon circles upon circles upon circles, etc., etc. Now, what we want to happen is we want the circle to get bigger whenever I click the mouse. I didn't really show that in the fucking thing I just showed you, but that's what we want to happen. So we're gonna say if mouse pressed, right? And this is saying like it's a true statement. If mouse pressed, if that's true, if the mouse was indeed pressed, then do the following. And we're going to say grow x, which are variables I'm going to put in, right? Grow x equals grow x plus 1, right? And we're going to go ahead and put grow x here. And we're going to say also grow y equals grow y plus 1, right? And then we're going to put grow y here. But now we have to define as a variable what grow x and grow y are. So grow, well, it's a float. If you guys remember from the previous videos, float is a number. It can be decimal. It can be a negative. Doesn't matter what kind of. I'm pretty sure it can be a radical too. Integer variables are the ones that are only whole numbers. So we're going to say float grow x equals 25, right? Which is what we originally had it. But Chris, if you're just going to make it the same number, why even have a variable? Well, you see, what would be, well, like, I would need it for this right here. I would need to say grow x equals grow x plus 1, because I can't just say fucking 25 plus 1. What does that mean? 20, it's just going to be like, what? 26. I guess it doesn't understand that this is the number that I'm trying to get here. You understand? Whatever. So now we have grow x as a variable. So if I run this, oops, forgot my shit. So now if I run this, we see that when I click the mouse, it gets bigger, right? If I hold it, same thing. We'll just go ahead and keep that running. Okay, so now what we need is we need for the ball to actually move. It's going to be a little bit of a tough process. You're going to have to work with me here. What we're going to need is a Boolean variable. Okay? And that's basically a true or false variable. You'll probably understand as we're going through it. A Boolean variable, we're going to say Boolean move. Okay? And we're going to say that is equal to false. Move is not true at the beginning of the code. Okay? It's not true. So now what we need is the ball to move, right? So we're going to say if move is true, right? Because like here it's if mouse pressed is true, we're going to say if move is true, then circle x, which is a variable I'm going to put in once again, equals circle x plus, and I'm going to need to put in another variable here. I think we'll just go ahead and put in a number for now, just so that way you're not too confused. But we're going to say that the location is going to increase by a number, right? Let's go ahead and tone it down to 1, right? So circle x and circle y, that's what we're doing here. Circle y is equal to circle y plus 1. Okay, and then we're going to put circle, because keep in mind, this right here, like I stated in the previous video, this is a location, okay? This is saying x, y of the center of this ellipse. That is where it is on this coordinate plane. So we're saying it's going to be moving technically, because we're taking the location and we're adding 1. We're adding 1 if it's moving, right? So we're going to put in our variables up here. I got to make sure I spell things correctly this time, because I know I fuck up on that a lot. We're going to say size is going to start out as 50. Oh, what the flex, bro? Tired of doing that shit. Okay. So, now, here's why we're going to need to make a variable for this and this. Because this is saying, here, let's just run it. Let's run it. I'm always forgetting a goddamn closed bracket. That is not what I meant to put. There we go. Now let's run this. What the fuck? Circle x does not exist. Then what the fuck did I type? Circle x equals 50. Can't spell. I was literally just talking about how I need to fucking start spelling correctly. Why am I doing this? Am I good? Am I retarded? Okay, so nothing. Oh, okay. Nothing is happening because I need to say void mouse pressed, right? It's saying that if I press the mouse, move, right? But what I want is for it not to move. Okay, this is going to be a little tough to explain. But since it starts off false, right, it's not true. So I click it to make it true, right? That's what this is saying. It's saying if move, make it not move. But if I do press the mouse, it'll move. It'll be true. But then if I click it again, it'll make it not true. So let's run this and see. Okay. So now here's the problem. Here's why I need variables for here and here, because as you can see, it's just going off the screen. So what happens when it reaches an edge? Well, we're gonna have to fix that. And in order to fix that, we are going to need variables. So x speed and y speed, right? Boom. And we're gonna have to say that if, okay, here's a little difficult. Circle x, right, is greater than or equal to width width, or circle x is less than 0. What we're going to need to do is we're going to need to take x speed, and if something is going this way, how do you get it to go in reverse? Multiply it by -1, right? So we're going to say x speed, if it is a positive number and it's going down, once it hits the bottom, we're going to say that whatever number that x speed is, we're going to multiply it by -1. So that way it will, in a sense, reverse the direction. And we're going to do the same thing with y speed. So really, I can just copy this and paste it, and then just put y's. Right. Hopefully everything is spelled correctly. Oh, okay. Am I missing anything? I'm not entirely sure. Whoop. Unexpected token void. What the fuck do you mean? You were just functioning correctly. What? What is the fucking issue? I don't understand. Bitch? I'm sorry? What is your deal, bro? Maybe I could, maybe I could word it differently. I don't know. If mouse, okay, whatever. Let's try this. If mouse press move equals do not move. Let's see how this works. X speed does not exist. Then what the fuck did I type? Oh! Forgot to put the variables in. Okay. Float x speed equals 10. And y speed equals 10 as well. And alright, cool. Whoa, bro. What the What the fuck? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Ladies and gentlemen, there has been a brief disturbance in the force. Technical difficulties. Let's try this again. Sorry. Anyways, okay, so why? Where is it going? Where? Oh. Ah, problem. Need to put height because that's what relates to the y value is height, not width. Ah, understand the difficulties. There we go. Now everything's working as it should be. You have a ball bouncing off the sides of the canvas. But now what we want, and also we can make the ball grow. Whatever. But what I want is just to make it have a nicer look, so I can take the background out. Like I said, you can put these slashes to make it more of a note. And if we run this, bam! And there we go. That's it right there. Sorry for the inconveniences, but I'm really doing this off the top of my head. So that's pretty cool. I can make it go bigger. Maybe have some bigger fucking lines. I don't know. It just looks nice. What is the actual purpose for these things that I create? Nothing really. Just kind of putting odds and ends together and creating something that looks cool, I guess. But yeah, if you're watching, thanks for. I seriously doubt you stayed on this long, unless you're really interested in what I'm doing here. Or if you're my girlfriend, you might watch this all the way. Or if you're me, I'll probably watch this all the way through. But whatever. Thanks for watching. Don't like, don't subscribe, whatever.